Chapter 1. Two Souls, Two Wounds. Atop a hill, Ethan Carter's luxurious mansion stood as a testament to success, yet inside it was nothing more than a cold and silent space. Ethan, a wealthy and powerful millionaire, once had everything: a beloved wife and a complete family. But life spares no one from loss. The passing of his wife, after a long battle with illness, plunged Ethan into the abyss of loneliness. He threw himself into work, seeking solace in negotiations and numbers, but these efforts only distanced him further from his 6-year-old daughter, Lily. The little girl, an angel with sorrowful eyes, gradually withdrew into herself. Ethan loved his daughter, but his grief and helplessness left him unsure of how to bridge the gap. The house became a prison where both father and daughter were confined by their own pain. Not far away, in a modest and humble neighborhood, Anna Morgan was also battling the ghosts of her past. A year ago, a tragic accident had taken her husband and 8-year-old son. The warm and laughter-filled life she once knew was now an empty void. To escape the painful memories, Anna left her hometown and moved to a new city, hoping to find a semblance of peace. But peace did not come easily. With the little money she had left, she took up cleaning jobs for wealthy families. Each house she entered, each room she cleaned, made her feel like an outsider, peering into lives she had lost. Two individuals, two fates, seemingly destined never to cross paths. But sometimes it is shared wounds that bring people together, allowing them to mend the pieces they cannot fix alone. Fate had a plan for Ethan and Anna, bringing their lives together under unexpected circumstances, setting the stage for a journey filled with challenges, yet brimming with hope. Welcome to our heartfelt story. Join us in exploring the healing journey of two strangers bound by pain. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss more meaningful stories like this. Chapter 2. The Fateful Encounter. Anna stood before the towering iron gates, behind which loomed a magnificent mansion with pristine white walls and sleek black rooftops glistening under the sun. The sight left her in awe, but the chill that emanated from the place echoed the lingering sadness within her heart. This grand house felt like a hollow box, dazzling on the outside but devoid of true warmth. Taking a deep breath, Anna reminded herself to set her emotions aside and focus on her work. On her first day in the mansion, Anna quickly realized that everything was meticulously perfect, yet cold. The walls were immaculate, the floors polished to a mirror-like shine that reflected her image. But the heavy silence that enveloped the space spoke of a long absence of laughter. As she cleaned, she felt the sensation of being watched. Turning around, Anna spotted a small figure peeking from behind a doorway. It was Lily, Ethan's 6-year-old daughter. The little girl had long, soft brown hair, often unkempt and falling over half her face. Her large, round eyes held a mixture of curiosity and shyness, as though she was trying to decipher the stranger before her. Lily didn't utter a word, standing still and silently observing from a distance. Her timid and cautious demeanor stirred something deeply maternal in Anna. Anna didn't attempt to approach or engage Lily immediately. Instead, she continued her tasks, occasionally offering the girl a gentle smile to show there was no reason to fear her. Over time, Lily began to appear more often, no longer hiding behind doors or furniture. She would sit quietly nearby, intently watching Anna clean, sometimes focusing on how she dusted or arranged objects. One day, as Anna accidentally dropped a cleaning cloth, Lily hesitated briefly before stepping forward to pick it up. "Thank you, dear," Anna said warmly. Lily only nodded slightly and quickly ran off, her little dress swishing lightly across the floor like a shadow. Lily was unlike other children. She maintained a noticeable distance from everyone, including her father. Anna noticed that Lily often played alone, using simple toys like dolls or puzzles. There was no laughter, no joy, just a little girl living in her own quiet world, where warm voices had been replaced by silence. One afternoon, as Anna cleaned the living room, she saw Lily sitting by a large window, clutching an old teddy bear. The sunlight illuminated her soft brown hair, but the sadness in Lily's eyes tightened Anna's chest. It wasn't just shyness. It was the profound loneliness of a child starved for affection. Lily didn't cry, but her gaze seemed to be searching, waiting for someone or something she couldn't name. At that moment, Ethan entered the room. His presence was commanding, his expression stern and his gaze cold. "Do not disturb my daughter," he said sharply, his voice cutting like a blade. "Your job is to clean. Do not overstep." Anna inclined her head respectfully and replied with composure, "I understand, Mr. Carter." Ethan turned and walked away, leaving a tense atmosphere in his wake. But Anna couldn't help but watch him go, wondering how a father could remain so distant from his own child. While Ethan believed his strict rules were protecting Lily, Anna could see that the walls he had built were not only keeping the outside world at bay, but also driving Lily further into herself. Turning back, Anna saw Lily still sitting by the window. The girl said nothing, but her eyes seemed to whisper, "Please don't abandon me." In that moment, Anna knew deep in her heart that she couldn't ignore this child's loneliness. Chapter 3. Building a Bond with Lily. On a sunny afternoon, Anna took a break in the backyard garden of the mansion. In her hands was an old sketchbook and a few colored pencils. She didn't plan to draw anything elaborate, just simple strokes to calm her heart. Her drawings depicted familiar scenes, a small flower, a singing bird, or a bright sunny sky. Drawing had always been her way of reconnecting with memories of her son, who had loved vibrant colors and innocent doodles. Suddenly, a small shadow appeared beside her. Looking up, Anna saw Lily standing there, clutching her familiar teddy bear tightly. The little girl's large, round eyes were fixed on the sketchbook in Anna's lap, sparkling with curiosity. "What are you drawing?" Lily asked softly, her voice quiet but filled with interest. It was the first time Lily had initiated a conversation with Anna, catching her off guard but filling her heart with warmth. Anna offered a gentle smile. "I'm just drawing things I like. Would you like to see?" Lily nodded, her eyes bright with curiosity. Anna carefully set the sketchbook down so Lily could have a better look. The girl sat beside her, flipping through the pages, her small hands brushing over the simple yet heartfelt drawings. "Do you like to draw?" Anna asked. Lily hesitated for a moment, then nodded shyly. "I do, but I'm not as good as you." Anna chuckled. "I'm sure you draw beautifully. My son used to love drawing too. Every day he'd show me a new picture he made." Lily looked up at Anna with wide, surprised eyes. "You have a son?" Anna nodded, her smile tinged with sadness. "Yes, but he's in a different place now. I miss him very much. But whenever I draw, it feels like he's still here with me." Lily fell silent for a moment, as if contemplating Anna's words. Then in a soft voice, she said, "I miss my mom too. She used to read stories to me every night." Lily's words struck a deep chord in Anna, and without thinking, she gently placed a hand on the girl's shoulder, a quiet gesture of comfort. "I understand how you feel, Lily, but you know what? When we draw, we can tell our stories. Our drawings are like dreams, and they always carry the people we love." For the first time, Lily smiled, a genuine, unguarded smile. "Can you teach me how to draw?" she asked, her voice full of hope. "Of course," Anna replied without hesitation. In the days that followed, Anna and Lily spent their breaks drawing together. They sat under the large tree in the garden, where sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting warm patterns on their colorful sketches. Gradually, Lily became more at ease, laughing and talking more openly. She began sharing her thoughts with Anna, telling her about the things she loved: butterflies, rainbows after the rain, and dreams of exploring the world. However, Ethan couldn't help but notice the changes in his daughter. From the balcony, he observed the garden below, where Lily and Anna sat side by side, engrossed in their drawings. Lily's laughter echoed through the previously silent space, a sound he hadn't heard in what felt like an eternity. But instead of relief, Ethan felt an unsettling discomfort. He couldn't quite explain it, but the thought of Lily growing closer to Anna made him uneasy. A seed of doubt began to take root in his mind. Was Anna taking advantage of Lily's innocence to ingratiate herself with his family? Standing there, Ethan wrestled with his emotions, caught between gratitude and suspicion. His chest tightened as he grappled with the fragile line between trust and doubt. Deep down, he knew he had to act. not necessarily to protect Lily, but perhaps to shield himself from feelings he wasn't ready to confront. Chapter 4. Misunderstandings and Doubts. On a gentle sunny afternoon, Lily and Anna sat together in the shaded garden of the mansion. Lily laughed uncontrollably as Anna pulled silly faces, occasionally weaving in humorous stories that kept the little girl in fits of giggles. The wooden table before them was scattered with colorful drawings, vibrant and full of joyful imagery, a world where Lily could freely express her childlike spirit. From the second-floor window, Ethan watched the scene unfold. He stood motionless, his eyes fixed on his young daughter and Anna, sharing such warmth and closeness. The sound of Lily's laughter, a melody he hadn't heard in what felt like ages, should have brought him relief. Instead, an unexpected wave of alienation washed over him. Ethan couldn't ignore the growing bond between Lily and Anna. The warmth and connection they shared seemed to push him further away, making him feel like an outsider in his own daughter's life. The unsettling thought gnawed at him. Was Anna deliberately inserting herself into Lily's life to manipulate her way into the family? Unable to bear it any longer, Ethan descended quickly to the garden. Lily, who was happily showing off a new drawing to Anna, froze when she saw her father approach. His expression, stern and tense, immediately shifted the mood. "Lily, go inside," Ethan said, his voice calm but firm. Lily hesitated, her small frame stiff with uncertainty, but under her father's commanding gaze, she clutched her drawing and ran indoors, leaving a heavy silence between Ethan and Anna. Ethan turned to Anna, his cold, piercing gaze filled with suspicion. "What exactly are you doing with my daughter?" he demanded, his tone hard. Anna, startled, struggled to understand the sudden confrontation. "I was just playing with her," she replied, her voice steady yet tinged with confusion. "Playing?" Ethan scoffed, his disbelief and distrust evident. "Do you think I don't see what you're doing? You're trying to use Lily to gain my trust, aren't you? Don't think I'm unaware of your real intentions." Ethan's accusation hit Anna like a blow. She stood frozen, her eyes wide with shock and pain. "You think I'm exploiting Lily?" she said, her voice trembling. "I have no ulterior motives other than bringing a little happiness to her life. Lily needs warmth, something this house clearly lacks." "That's enough," Ethan cut her off sharply, his voice rising with irritation. "You have no right to decide what Lily needs or doesn't need. She's my daughter, and I won't let you use her to get closer to me." Anna stared at Ethan, her heart weighed down by the unfairness of his words. "I've never tried to approach you or your family," she said, trying to maintain her composure. "I just wanted to help Lily feel less lonely. She needs someone to listen to her, someone to be her friend." But her explanation did nothing to soften Ethan's stance. Blinded by his pain and mistrust, he shook his head, his voice colder than ever. "I don't need you deciding anything for my daughter. From now on, keep your distance from Lily. Just focus on your job. Nothing more." Anna stayed silent, knowing there was no point in continuing the argument, but the sense of powerlessness and being misunderstood twisted painfully in her chest. With a curt nod, she walked back into the house, leaving Ethan alone in a garden that now felt cold and desolate once more. Chapter 5. The Heartbreaking Departure. The atmosphere in the mansion grew stifling after Ethan and Anna's confrontation. His harsh accusations echoed in Anna's mind like a wound that refused to heal. After countless sleepless nights, she made the difficult decision to leave. She didn't want to be the reason Ethan and Lily drifted further apart, nor did she want Lily to witness the tension between the two adults. That morning, Anna quietly packed her belongings. Her modest clothes, a few books she had brought when she started working at the mansion, all were carefully placed into a small suitcase. But as she stepped out of her room to leave, she was startled to find Lily standing at the end of the hallway, waiting for her. "Miss Anna, where are you going?" Lily asked, her voice trembling, her wide eyes glistening with tears. Anna knelt to meet Lily's gaze, her smile warm but filled with sorrow. "I have to go, Lily. I don't think I belong here anymore. But I want you to always be happy and keep smiling." "No, you can't leave," Lily cried, clutching at Anna's skirt with her small hands. "You're my only friend. You're the only one who listens to me." Anna could feel the little girl's pain and desperation in every word. Her heart ached, but she knew staying would only make things worse. Gently, she stroked Lily's hair, her voice soft but firm. Lily, I don't want to leave you, but I have to. You're a strong and intelligent girl, and I know you can overcome anything. Lily sobbed uncontrollably, tears streaming down her face. Promise me, Miss Anna. Promise you'll come back to see me. Anna held Lily's small hands tightly, her eyes filled with love. I can't promise that, but I promise I will always pray for you and wish for you to find joy and warmth. From a distance, Ethan stood silently, watching the scene unfold. His expression betrayed a flicker of emotion, but his pride and lingering doubts held him back. He said nothing, simply standing there as his daughter wept inconsolably while Anna finally picked up her suitcase and walked away. The heavy door of the mansion closed behind Anna, leaving Lily clinging to Ethan, sobbing and calling out for her. The house, once already cold, now seemed even more desolate, devoid of the warmth that Anna had briefly brought into their lives. Chapter 6. Emptiness and Awakening. The Carter mansion, which once experienced fleeting moments of warmth when Anna was there, now sank deeper into coldness and emptiness. After Anna's departure, Lily became a completely different person. She no longer laughed, spoke much, or showed interest in the toys that once brought her joy. Instead, Lily clung tightly to a drawing Anna had given her before leaving, a small picture of two sparrows perched on a branch, symbolizing freedom and hope. Her eyes often seemed distant, as though searching for something she had lost. Ethan, though consumed by work, could not ignore the changes in his daughter. Dinner conversations became quieter than ever, and Lily now spent hours sitting alone, her sorrowful gaze fixed on the garden, the place where she and Anna had once shared laughter. Ethan tried to compensate with expensive gifts and extravagant outings, but nothing seemed to bring Lily out of her shell. One day, Lily silently left the mansion without anyone noticing. She wandered through bustling streets as if searching for a familiar presence. While crossing a road, a car suddenly sped toward her. The screeching sound of brakes pierced the air, and Lily fell to the ground unconscious. News of the accident quickly reached Ethan. He rushed to the hospital, his heart heavy with fear and regret. The sight of his daughter lying motionless on the hospital bed was unbearable, and tears streamed down his face. During her days in the hospital, Lily remained unconscious, but her small lips kept murmuring the name of one person. Anna, when will you come back? Anna. Those faint whispers felt like daggers piercing Ethan's heart. Standing by her bedside, he held her tiny hand, feeling the fragility and pain in her every breath. Memories of Lily laughing with Anna surfaced in his mind. They were not just moments of joy, but undeniable proof that Anna had given Lily something he could not: love and warmth. Ethan began to question himself. Were his accusations against Anna justified? Had his emotional distance and rigid demeanor only deepened Lily's loneliness and sorrow? The more he thought, the more he realized that Anna's presence had not only transformed Lily's life, but also filled a void Ethan had never dared to confront. Sitting silently by his daughter's bedside, Ethan finally admitted to himself he had been wrong. Wrong in how he treated Anna, and wrong in how he loved his own daughter. Now he knew that if he wanted Lily to recover, he needed to make amends for his mistakes, starting with bringing Anna back into their lives. Chapter 7. A Journey of Redemption. Ethan, after countless sleepless nights by Lily's hospital bed, knew he could no longer remain passive. The image of his frail daughter calling out Anna's name in her fevered dreams felt like a desperate plea, urging him to take action. With unwavering determination, Ethan began searching for Anna, convinced she held the key to bringing back Lily's smile and vitality. After days of inquiries, Ethan finally found Anna in a small park nestled within the heart of the city. She sat on an old wooden bench, a canvas propped before her, with an unfinished painting. The golden rays of the setting sun bathed her hair. But in Anna's eyes, Ethan saw a profound sadness. Taking a deep breath, he approached her, his heart heavy with remorse. Anna! His voice trembled as he called her name. Anna looked up, surprised to see Ethan standing before her. Her expression quickly turned guarded, her eyes cold, as if building a barrier between them. I didn't expect to see you here, she said, her tone calm but laced with caution. Ethan lowered his head, struggling to find the right words. I came to apologize, he said, his voice hoarse. I was wrong, Anna. I let my pain blind me to everything. I hurt you, and in doing so, I hurt Lily too. Anna remained silent, her gaze wavering slightly at the mention of Lily's name. She waited for him to continue. Lily needs you, Ethan pressed on, his voice thick with emotion. She's not the same anymore. She's withdrawn, and she keeps calling for you in her sleep. But it's not just Lily, Anna. I've realized that you brought light into both our lives. Since you left, the house has felt colder than ever, and I can't bear to see her suffer any longer. Anna searched Ethan's eyes, looking for sincerity in his words. Do you think I can just come back and everything will magically be fine? She asked, her voice steady but firm. Do you understand how much your words hurt me? I do, Ethan nodded, his eyes filled with genuine regret. And I don't expect you to forgive me immediately, but I'm willing to change, Anna. I want to put Lily first, to fix the mistakes I've made. I refuse to let my pain dictate my life anymore. Please give us a chance to make things right. Anna studied Ethan for a long moment. Part of her wanted to refuse, to protect her heart from further harm. But as she thought of Lily, her sorrowful eyes and the radiant smile Anna had once seen, she couldn't turn away. This won't be easy, Ethan, she said, her tone still hesitant. If I come back, it's not just for Lily. You need to prove that you've truly changed. Ethan nodded with conviction. I understand, and I promise, Anna, I'll do everything I can to ensure neither you nor my daughter is hurt again. After a long pause, Anna let out a deep sigh, her gaze softening. All right, I'll give it another chance, but only on the condition that you put Lily first. A faint smile crossed Ethan's face, a smile he hadn't worn in what felt like an eternity. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for giving me the chance to make things right. With Anna's agreement, Ethan knew his journey was far from over, but this was the first step toward mending his fractured family. Chapter 8: Rebuilding Trust. Ethan, determined to be a better father, gradually found ways to connect with Lily. Every morning, he prepared breakfast for her himself. Though it was often just simple dishes like toast and warm milk, Lily began to accept these small gestures with a mix of surprise and quiet delight. Meanwhile, Anna, who had returned to the mansion, maintained a certain distance from Ethan, careful not to stir up any further tension. One evening, after Lily had gone to bed, Anna and Ethan found themselves in the living room. The atmosphere was quiet but no longer cold. Anna was tidying up books on the shelf, while Ethan sat pensively with a glass of wine. Breaking the silence, Ethan hesitantly asked, Do you ever feel like everything in life can be taken away in an instant? Anna paused, turning to look at him. In his eyes, she saw not just weariness, but a deep pain that mirrored her own. After a moment of silence, she replied gently, Yes, losing my family was something I never thought I could endure. That accident, it took everything. Since then, I haven't believed I could truly smile again. Ethan stayed quiet, her words cutting deep into his soul. Setting his glass down, he clenched his hands, struggling to control his emotions. I lost the person I loved most too, my wife. She was the only one who truly understood me, and I couldn't save her. After she passed, I threw myself into work, thinking it would help me forget the pain. But instead, I was just running away from my responsibilities to Lily. Anna moved closer and sat across from him. I think pain never really goes away, but we can learn to live with it. Lily needs you, Ethan. She's young, but I can feel her loss. You can't ignore her the way you've ignored your own feelings. Ethan nodded, his gaze landing on one of Lily's paintings on the wall, a simple yet vibrant piece she had created shortly after Anna's return. You're right, but sometimes I feel like I don't know how. I don't know how to be a father. Anna smiled softly. Being a parent isn't about being perfect. It's about being there, listening, and loving them with all your heart. Lily doesn't need a perfect father. She just needs a real one. Her words deeply moved Ethan. He looked at her, sensing an unspoken connection between them. What about you, Anna? How did you get through it all? Anna lowered her head, her voice trembling. Honestly, I don't know. There were days when I felt like I couldn't go on. But then I realized that I still have meaning in this world. If I couldn't live for myself, then I could at least live to bring joy to others. Like Lily. Ethan gazed at Anna, admiring the strength she possessed, a strength he had never found within himself. I owe you an apology, not just for Lily, but for the way I treated you. You've given me and Lily something this house could never offer, warmth and love. Anna offered a small smile, though there was still a hint of caution in her eyes. Ethan, I'm not here to replace anyone. I just want Lily to feel happy and safe. If you're truly committed to starting over, I'll be here to help you. In that moment, without needing more words, they both seemed to understand they were on a shared journey of healing. A flicker of trust began to grow, not only between Ethan and Lily, but also between Ethan and Anna, two broken souls learning to mend together. Chapter 9. Love Blossoms. As time passed, the bond between Ethan, Anna, and Lily grew stronger. Cozy dinners under the soft glow of warm lights, carefree afternoons spent playing in the garden, and candid conversations became part of their daily lives, slowly replacing the cold atmosphere that had once enveloped the mansion. Ethan felt something new growing within him, something he hadn't dared to trust for a long time. Love. One evening, after Lily had gone to bed, Ethan and Anna sat together on the porch. The gentle moonlight bathed the garden, creating a rare moment of serene beauty. Ethan turned to Anna, his eyes brimming with emotions he could no longer conceal. Anna, he began, his voice slow and sincere, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, about you, about Lily, and about the changes you've brought into our lives. You didn't just help Lily open up. You helped me realize that I can't keep living behind my walls. Anna looked at Ethan, her eyes reflecting a mixture of surprise and calm. Ethan continued, his voice growing more heartfelt. You've given Lily a smile I thought I'd never see again. But more than that, you've given me something even greater, a reason to truly live. I don't know when it happened, but I've come to realize that I can't imagine a day without you by my side. Taking a deep breath, Ethan gathered his courage. Anna, I think I've fallen in love with you. Anna was silent for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest. Ethan's confession left her overwhelmed, yet filled with emotion. She had told herself many times that she was only a small part of Ethan and Lily's lives, that she shouldn't let her personal feelings complicate their relationship. But the sincerity in Ethan's gaze made it impossible to deny what she felt deep inside. Ethan, Anna said softly, her voice trembling but steady, I've thought a lot about us too. I used to believe that I couldn't love again after everything I lost. But over time, you and Lily have shown me that I can start over, that I can truly live, not just exist. She paused, meeting Ethan's gaze. I love you too, Ethan. And it's not just you. I feel that Lily is a part of me now. The two of you have become the family I thought I'd never find again. Ethan smiled, a rare and genuine warmth lighting up his face. He reached out and took Anna's hand, holding it firmly as if to promise he would never let her go again. I promise, Ethan said, his voice full of conviction. I will do everything to protect our family, to make sure you and Lily always feel loved and safe. In that moment, the wounds in both their hearts seemed to heal just a little more. Two people who had endured so much loss had found each other, like two puzzle pieces finally fitting together. From that point on, they began a new journey. Not just a journey of love, but one of building a complete and joyful family. Chapter 10. A Happy Ending. On a serene evening by the lake, the golden hues of the sunset painted the water with a shimmering glow. Ethan brought Anna and Lily to a special spot where peace and tranquility reigned, broken only by the gentle rustling of the wind and the soft lapping of the water against the shore. Lily, dressed in an adorable white dress, clutched a small velvet box tightly in her hands, her face alight with anticipation, but tinged with nervousness. Ethan turned to Anna, his gaze filled with deep love and sincerity. Kneeling before her, he took her hand, his warm voice resonating in the quiet atmosphere. Anna, you've brought light into my life and Lily's. You've not only helped us find our smiles again, but also taught me how to love and cherish the simplest, most precious things. I can't imagine a life without you. So today, I want to ask you this. Will you be a part of our family forever? On Ethan's cue, Lily stepped forward and opened the velvet box to reveal a sparkling ring inside. Her bright eyes met Anna's as she spoke in her sweet, innocent voice. Miss Anna, will you be my mom? Anna felt her heart melt. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she nodded without hesitation. Ethan, Lily, I say yes. I say yes with all my heart. Their wedding was held in a small garden, surrounded by their closest loved ones. It was not grand, but every detail was imbued with meaning. Anna, in a simple white dress, walked down the aisle with Lily as the flower girl, beaming with pride as Ethan looked on. As they exchanged their vows, Anna gazed deeply into Ethan's eyes. I promise to always stand by you and Lily, to love and care for both of you. Together, we will build a true home. Ethan responded, his voice steady and heartfelt. I promise to be the husband and father you both deserve. I will protect, love, and cherish this family for all my days. From that moment, Ethan's mansion was no longer a cold and empty space. It became filled with Lily's laughter, the tender conversations between Ethan and Anna, and the countless joyful moments they shared. Lily transformed from a shy girl into a bright and carefree child, thriving in the warmth of her parents' love. The painful pasts of Anna and Ethan no longer weighed them down. Instead, those memories became a driving force, pushing them to cherish the happiness they had and love each other even more. They understood that after loss, happiness could still be found if one dared to open their heart and trust again. Anna and Ethan, two individuals who once carried unimaginable sorrow, found healing in love and understanding. Together, they created a true home in what was once a lifeless house. It became a place where laughter and love were ever present, a testament to the power of hope and new beginnings. Thank you for following our story. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this journey. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and share this story with others.